Channel 13 here? I am not running for mayor of Houston by We thank y'all all for coming today. We're here to, as the Houston Police Officers Union PAC, to make a major announcement regarding the mayoral race in the city of Houston. As most of you know, a little over 4 years ago, Mayor Parker came into the city of Houston and took over the leadership reins of the city of Houston with a very, very depressed economy, bad economic times, and under her leadership, she has continued to help this city to thrive even in very, very difficult times. She came in just as we were ending our contract at the Houston Police Officers Union with the city of Houston, and in good faith negotiated a 5-year contract with us. And as she's done over the last 4 years, before we started this, she brought us in and we sat down with the budget director and we looked at the financial situation of the city to see exactly where we stood. And it was exactly what she said. It was very depressed and we were in very difficult times. So we sat down and negotiated. We negotiated a 5-year contract, which we received a 10% raise over those 5 years. But after seeing what the mayor presented to us, we agreed that the city needed some assistance, and we took 2 zeros for the first 2 years, and I believe that would be unprecedented in a contract with the Houston Police Officers Union in the city of Houston. In that same contract, the mayor guaranteed us 137 cadets would be hired in 2011, and 140 cadets would be hired in 2012, and those numbers were trying to keep up with attrition with people who were retiring. And what the mayor did, instead of that 137 and 140, she actually hired 142 in 2011 and 223 in 2012. She's also on track to hire 209 in 2013. And that's, again, with no tax increases whatsoever and keeping a balanced budget. She also, when she came in, she knew that many of us wanted a chief from within the department, someone who had worked their way up through the ranks and was respected by the rank and file. She did interviews of several persons, and she hired someone in Chief McClellan who meets that bill. He is very well respected by the rank and file. He did work his way up through the department, and she has shown us that she's not a micromanager when it comes to the Houston Police Department. Even the 1 or 2 times that we wanted you to be a micromanager, you wouldn't be for us. And so I think that shows your leadership, and I know that Chief McClellan respects that. She and the chief has met with us each time we have requested a meeting to sit down and discuss situations with the city of Houston. Never has she closed her door to us. She's always sat down. We had very frank discussions, and I think that's the reason that we have such a wonderful relationship today with Mayor Parker. She has shown us that public safety is a priority for her, and she's exceeded all of our expectations. And for these reasons, last 2 weeks ago, our PAC sat down and our PAC unanimously voted to endorse Mayor Annise Parker for her 3rd term. So with that, I want to thank you, Mayor, for the last 4 years. Look forward to the next 2 years. I want to present you with a check for $10,000 to jumpstart this campaign and to say we look forward to a great 2 more years.
Ray, it hasn't quite been 4 years, but actually by the end of this year and the end of this campaign, it will be 4 years. I am absolutely honored that the HPOU PAC has been the first local PAC to come out of the gate and support me in my re-election campaign for mayor. I haven't fully and formally kicked off the campaign, but clearly I am running for re-election. There is still a lot of work to do, even though we have the hottest economy in the United States and we are on every superlative list that comes out these days. The best can get better. And I absolutely believe that now that we have turned the corner on the economy and we get back to basics here in the city of Houston, that this city will continue to improve. I know that there is a lot of work yet to do and a lot of things that the HPOU would like to see happen in the city of Houston. We will continue to work together. Ray referenced the fact that we have a good working relationship. The key to leadership is listening, making sure that the stakeholders have access and an open door, but then making a decision, the right decision, and sticking with that decision. HPOU is a strong organization, represents the men and women of the Houston Police Department who keep us safe every day, and they play a critical role. But as an organization, their job is to advocate for their members, and they do it aggressively and forcefully, but professionally. We have worked through issues. We do not have to agree. We have to come to agreement. And that's a critical issue. And it is telling in our relationship, me and the mayor's office and with HBOU, that we have yet to find an issue that we couldn't find some reasonable compromise on. When you are working with people who care as much about the city as you do, and when you're working with people who give as much to the city as you do, there is always a path forward. So I want to thank all of the members of the PAC who are standing behind me. I want to thank Ray Hunt, who, frankly, Ray, I didn't expect to like working with you quite so much, and I bet you didn't expect to enjoy working with me. But again, it is about the city of Houston ultimately. This check and the strong early support from HBOU will help launch my campaign forward. I fully expect to serve as mayor for another 2 years, but it wouldn't be as sweet if I didn't know that the men and women who protect me and who depend on the decisions that I make weren't with me in the path forward. So I personally thank you. Thank you on behalf of the campaign. And let's go out and win this thing so we can get back to work and do the next 2 years. Thank you very much.